Hey there, this is Telepathic Bunny Comics, and I'm here with 3B Comics, Mr. Sean Fry, at least the representative of Biff Bam Boom Comics. So, uh, why did you go with the automatopoeia there? You know, the,
It's a name I like my dad came up with like
yeah,
a long time ago, and
right.
that was a name that
Mm-hmm.
I said like if I ever did this, going to doing comic
Yeah.
books, that's gonna be the name. It's gonna be Biff Bevel Comics, and
Ah, right. Yeah, good old Biff. Doesn't get used very much anymore. That back in the day that was the punch,
yep,
Biff, the old Batman, old
Adam
Batman.
was like, man, yeah,
Yeah, the 66 one. Yeah. All right. So first over here we got Shadow Punk. Hell to the buddy. Hello, Shadow Punk. Welcome in, man. Mr. Shatterpunk, these guys have a very unique and wild trailer. Yeah, we'll watch that. Cody Valley looks very Bob Peakish. Maybe it's the glints. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that, but that's okay. What up, peeps? Replicant. What's up? And then, yeah. All right. Sometimes you gotta
yeah,
check them all, and it's like, oh, they're just greeting each other. I'm just like, oh, yeah. Well, anyway, uh, so I try not to ignore the chat. I mean, there's some people, it annoys me that when I'm in the chat and I say something particularly brilliant, and I just watch it fade away. It's like ah, It's
yeah,
always the brilliant comments they ignore. It seems like it's like you know, that gummit, that was a good one. That would have been great.
yeah.
Uh
Too clever for your own good sometimes.
yeah, I know. Then you think it's brilliant, and they put it up, and everybody's like, ah. I'm like, okay, maybe it wasn't brilliant. Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, so you made a lot of the rounds so far.
Yeah, I've knocked out a lot of them and
Hmm.
keep continuing from show to show, picking up more and more.
Yeah,
Like,
I seen you did Neff and Hex Allen. Hex Allen's fun. Fun show.
yeah,
Uh,
I had fun. I had fun doing all those.
yeah, yeah. You guys are operating kind of in the same region of space. He's kind of a space sci-fi himself.
Yeah,
So, all right, hold on. Explanation: Bob Peak made movie posters. Excalibur, Apocalypse Now, Rollerball, good examples. That Bob Peak. Okay, all right. Forgive me. I turned in my nerd card to you. So there you go. Uh, we got a show called Stump the Bunny, where these guys take shots at trying to, like, you beat me in trivia, and I can't even look at the trivia question until after they pass. Either pass it to me or they fail to answer it. And I was winning fine, and then then the Aaron Jordan, who was the Wolfsbane Comics,
uh,
was the commentator that night, and he kept coming up with these ones that nobody knew. And Belmont Press, my favorite pothead, kept going like, "Pass it to the bunny," and I couldn't answer it, and so I lost my points, and he won. He never answered a question, and he won. So I'm like, "There's a flaw in this system, man."
yeah. I rewrite the rules now.
Yeah, if you ask questions that nobody can answer, then that's a flaw. Anyway, I lost on the stupid chipmunk song. That's what kills me, man. I thought it was called "Christmas Time Is Here." Christmas Don't Be Late,
Mm.
and it turns out it's called the Chipmunk Song. It's literally called the Chipmunk Song. I looked it up later. I'm like, son of a. That's what I lost on. God. Sometimes it happens that way. Anyway, so you seem to be pretty young for this style. What got you into sci-fi? Uh,
For me, basically, I'm the generation of I was the kid of the '90s and early
ah,
2000s. That's the apex of like sci-fi type of like
Babylon 5 and yeah, things like
exact
that.
yeah, and that's
Mhm.
a little bit that we channeled into Cody, just a whole bunch of cool sci-fi tropes and things like that
Right, right.
add to the lore, basically.
Did you ever see what was that one that starred Kevin Sorbo after this Hercules?
And is it in
Andromeda.
Yep.
Andromeda. Yeah, yeah. That's really underrated. That was a real good one. Anyway, so yeah, you're pretty much you've been putting these out a little while. I noticed that you had several. You had like a bundle package, and it had like 8 different titles in it.
Yeah. Actually, like the bundle, nice little
Mhm.
bundle is like the feature bundle is just the two like 2 book comics that we got
Right.
Valiant and Stella. That's the main bundle, and then like a
Mhm.
collector's box. It has all the other comics in it that we finished. Cody makes number 6 so far in the
Wow, number 6.
yep that
Oh.
universe we're building.
Okay, okay. So what I'm seeing is like 6 other comics and 2 different covers.
Yeah.
So okay, okay. So well, that's still a good output. I mean, for you guys haven't been at it that long to have 6 comics, especially in crowdfunding scene. So kudos to you for being on the ball.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's a shared universe we're building. Like each book is connected, and it's a
yeah.
greater whole that is gonna
Mhm.
unfold throughout like all the books we do.
Yeah. Yeah, there's kind of like a backlash against shared universes around here right now, because everybody seems to be wanting to launch one at the same time. So everybody's like,
Like,
"Oh, it's another shared universe." Oh, and I'm like, those are the best universes. Are you kidding me?
mhm.
That's awesome. That's awesome stuff. Anyway, so what's like the sci-fi television show or movie that like really uh God gave you a taste for the genre?
For me, it was a combination of like Cowboy Bebop
Hmm.
and Outlaw Star, and that was because I'm the child of that
Oh,
anim-
right, right, right. So you're more of a manga anime guy, huh?
exactly, and that's the combination that between me and my dad, because he's the
Hmm.
traditional grew up in the '80s, and
Right,
he has
right.
such style, and then I grew up in the '90s,
Yeah,
thousands, and then that's the merging of our two things. That's why Cody kind of feels old
right.
but brand new at the same time. It's the mixture of both our generations come together.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely has that. Definitely has a meeting, a meshing there. That you can't quite put your finger on. That did you like the that live action Cowboy Bebop?
No, I
No,
did not like.
it seems to be universally reviled. So
I found it
hmm.
better when
Hmm.
if it was called something else. if you called
Oh,
if you
okay,
called it Space Cowboy and then renamed all the characters, I would have liked
right.
it so much better. It was the fact that I knew the lore and
Hmm.
everything that went with it, so it was
They
irritating.
just can't help themselves. They gotta like recast everything. I
Yeah,
mean, they just can't help themselves.
it's just something
It's
like that. It just
it's like it Rings of Power. It's like this is a layup. It's a
yeah,
layup. You got the best source material on the planet, but you just can't help it. Oh, modern politics, inject, 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 and it's just
yeah.
like,
It's frustrating.
yeah, yeah,
It's frustrating. Like I say, you better off not knowing the source
yeah,
material if
right,
you're trying to do any of these shows because it's you enjoy
yeah.
it way better if you know the source material, you know the lore, you're going to struggle with it.
Well, a friend of mine who's it's Aaron Jordan, who happens to be a Cowboy Bebop fan. He's also an anime guy, uh, an anime manga guy. But he one thing that really ticked him off was he said there was this character who kind of like bent gender a little bit, wore women's clothes and things like that, and
Yeah,
they made him transgender,
yeah. I knew
and
it when
it's like it ruined the character because
exactly he had the
yeah,
the the creation of the character. It was like really nice and really like
right,
profound, like especially for the time period when it came out, and
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like I knew it like when I heard it announced. I was like, if they they going that direction. I just knew it before, and then I saw it. I was like, "Yep, I nailed it."
Yeah. It's funny. They said he said in the original show it was kind of downplayed that this guy's wearing dresses and stuff, and it was just like, oh, that's just him. Nobody even paid attention. It's yet in the show, it's like, oh, he's transgender. Oh, let's talk about his struggle of being a transgender. And it's like,
Yeah, and it's frustrating.
know,
It's just frustrating when you see
right,
it. And I knew it. Like I was like, it
mhm,
was so obvious that they was gonna go that direction with it, and
right.
they didn't disappoint.
It's like, yeah, they're gonna go there, and they go there every time. Hell, nerds from Neff, which is funny. Yes, of course we're nerds, Neff, and so are you, man. Anyway, get ready. Next season, Sauron will be trans. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, they're gonna make Sauron a mopey little. They're basically. I just knew they were gonna turn him into that kind of character, and sure enough, it's
yeah.
like, yeah, there he is.
It's kind of the playbook now. You know the rules. You can see
Yeah,
the opponent's
right,
playbook
right.
basically. You know what plays they're about to run before they run.
It's really sad because it's like there's no creativity. It's like, oh, okay, well, that's the character they're gonna race swap. That's the character they're gonna gender swap. And oh, by the way, all the men are gonna be cucked out by all the women. All the women are
Yeah,
gonna be fabulous. And
like
and
it's
yeah,
places stuff, and then they never do it. They never do it correctly. It's like it's times and
mm,
places for things like that, and then
right.
it needs to be earned. Like it can't be just thrown in. They throw it
Hmm.
in without any explanation, and then
Right, right.
wonder why people
Um,
are great.
Replicate says, yeah, I think everyone who watched Cowboy Bebop knew they were exploiting that character.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, they probably basically got that whole entire property just for that one character.
probably did, and it shows because it's like you just knew it. It felt
Yeah.
like it, and you can see it from a mile away.
So somebody that's like part of the show, and maybe like quarter of a minor part of the show suddenly gets its own like
Yeah,
plot lines and on focus on it, and it's like, yeah, here we go.
yeah,
Which throws the whole thing off. Throws the whole thing off. At least they got the corgi right. I've told they got the corgi
yeah.
right.
That
So
like I was fine. Like a lot of the characters were cool. Like
mhm,
Jet. I was like, okay. I was like, okay.
right,
You wanted to make him black because his last name Black. Okay, I was like, fine. Like
right.
he embodied the character enough that I could look past it a little bit, but
Hmm.
I'm a perfectionist in like a lot of senses. Like if you
You're a
show me
purist.
that,
You're a purist,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Like, if you show me that and I fall in love with that, I want that.
You want that, yeah.
Yeah,
Why explain it to you when you can just force it? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. I know some friends that were like, oh, they'll never mess with Sandman. Sandman, they'll never mess with that. And then it's like Neil Gaiman's like, don't you dare like race and gender swap these characters because people are used to them being this gender or this race, and if you do that, then don't be surprised that your fans turn on you and then suddenly Neil Gaiman in 2022. Race and gender swap everybody. I don't care.
yeah. It's
Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
yeah.
It's
It's
almost. I mean,
fair.
it's like. Wait a second. This guy I respected. This guy I have no respect for whatsoever.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's just frustrating when they
yeah. It's what they're doing is just so egregious. Um. Anyway, so what you got there? So you obviously have a anime and manga influence.
yeah.
Is there a certain manga that you read that just really like your brain went, I want to write this.
Um,
I want to create.
yeah, for me, it was like the Dragon Ball Z. It was
Ah,
the early Pokemon like
mhm.
mangas, and
The gateway drugs, basically. Yeah.
exactly that they hooked me in. It like I was the right age group.
Ah,
They
right.
hooked me in, and then I fell in love with it there. And then on
Yeah.
top that like I had like the best of both worlds. I had this over here,
Hmm.
and I also had DC growing up. So
Right,
I had
right.
a good little mixture of both influences.
Well, they when they showed the Macross saga over here, called it Robotech.
Mm.
Um, when I watched that as a young lad, mid like probably mid to late '80s, somewhere in there. Um, the storytelling was so episodic, and it was so like it was basically soap opera-ish, and it was like we follow this person until they reach a point, then we follow this person until they reach a point, and oh man, they might cross over, and it was definitely so different from the depth that we were getting over here in America, and so that was like the beginning of it, I think, Robotech. So uh, I saw it come in the mid '80s. Yes, I'm that old. Anyway, it
Eh,
is what it is. It
eh,
is what it is. Your father probably saw it too. So there you go.
yeah.
Uh, he's probably my generation. Anyway, yeah, I'm old enough to be your daddy. Anyway. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so all right, I got that on my system. All right. Anyway, so, is there any other like books that you like read, or any classes you took, or anything like that to learn to? You just all natural. You just.
Little, like mostly like a lot of my like those like a lot of my influences that motivated me to want to come to this, and then like
Hmm.
I took like a lot of while I was sitting in college
Yeah.
early on, and I was like I'm gonna take like some more writing classes,
Hmm.
formulate stories, and get my art right how I want to, and then that's where I jumped in like in 2018, where I
Hmm.
like took it real seriously. Like I had everything I wanted, like structure and putting the characters together, and then from there
Hmm.
I was like, okay, this is where I'm gonna go with the universal things, and then. I started out by myself at first, like doing like the art and everything, doing
Hmm.
shows, getting the lay of the land, and then
Yeah.
later on, like the next, like in 19, like that's when I teamed up with my dad, and I was like, okay, this is what we
Right.
should do. Like he take care of the art, and then I'm structuring the stories, putting it together like that. And we've been knocking them out like
Hmm.
clockwork ever since.
Well, he definitely has a almost a what would you call it? Graphical style.
Yeah,
It doesn't really look like it came from comics. It looks like it came from like a illustration.
yeah, and
Uh,
that's part of his thing. Like he was a big fan of Alex Ross,
mhm.
just his art style, and then he
Alex Ross, yeah, Alex Ross is a big, big influence on me.
yeah.
Um,
And from there, it was just my dad just mixing and matching like with
mhm.
his paint style, because he found out like he's so much faster like doing it this way than it would doing just
Yeah,
the ink style. And then
right, right.
he moved over into like digital
Mhm.
art basically, because like it got harder and harder for him to see like drawing it out on like paper.
Right,
It got
right,
harder for him. So this is like the best. Like he tells me all the time, like if he didn't transition over, like I wouldn't be doing comics anymore.
right.
I just don't have it in me like that.
Yeah, I find most people that try to do the hard medium, uh, there are there are some advantages to it. You can always tell when somebody works in hard medium. There's like a specific, kind of like slant to everything. There's like a, but when you see some people working in digital, it's the advantage is that digital can just the ability to like, oh, let me reverse that, or oh, let me put this on a different layer, you
Right.
know. It just offers more tools. It really does.
Yeah, and yeah, that's just something from like my dad, like of the
Hmm.
process, like when we was first doing it, like he's grown so much faster with it now than
Hmm.
when we first started. He was still just learning all his tools and tricks and things like that.
Right. Right, 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 right. Anyway, Shadow Punk says that your trailer reminds him a little bit of Blade Runner. We'll watch that trailer. You keep praising this trailer. We'll get to it. I promise you, we'll get to it. And then Belmont Press says hell all. That is my roommate's phone. He's about to get it. So anyway, that's the Amazing Drunk Craig. That's my roommate. He pops in from time to time, so it is what it is.
L'chaim.
L'chaim is what he said. He's not Jewish. I don't know why he would say that.
Chaim.
Who knows? He was in Fiddler on the Roof a few times, so you know. Every once in a while, he starts speaking Yiddish at me. It's a thing. It's a thing. Between my diabetic dog and my drunk roommate, things kind of get rowdy around here sometimes. Anyway, it's the Bunny Show, man. It's all part of it. It's all part of it. Anyway, so you obviously you hooked up with your dad and he started drawing for you and he switched to digital medium. You know, after a while, he's got an Alex Ross influence. Is there a particular book of Alex Ross's that he like used as his Bible or?
It's a little, it's a lot of different like things. Like it's because that was his main influence, and then like Kingdom Come is his passion. He loved Kingdom Come, and then he also like it's also like
Marvel's
Astro City. Like he loved all those different things, and he tries to incorporate and bring into what we're doing now.
Yeah, he and Kurt Busiek really were a dream team. That's who teamed up on doing Marvels, and Marvels totally changed my life of what it could possibly be. Hold on a second. Hell, the trailer. He's still harping on that trailer. We'll get to it, Shadowpunk. We'll get to it. I swear. Well, your dad drew it. Very nice artwork for sure. Yeah, Shadowpunk is an artist too. Shadowpunk actually did a 3D movie. Took him I think he said 5 years or something like that. And he basically and so I mean it's 3D, man. It's 3D. I mean the hair moves, everything's there. I mean it's he spent the time on it.
Yeah, I'm just now getting into animation myself.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing. Anyway, Corey Barton first. No, you're not first, Corey, except in your own head because you're a little bit of a narcissist. But anyway, did Busiek turn into a crazy SJW? All of them are SJWs. Are you kidding me? Most of them, the ones that aren't turning in the industry anymore, are pretty much here in our community now. So anyway. We welcome them. You know. Anyway, it's amazing. You keep finding these people that you've always known were really cool, and then they turn out to be conservative. Now that they're out of the industry, you know. And then some that were not so cool, like Rob Schneider. You know, Rob Schneider came out as conservative, and I'm like, wow, I actually like Rob Schneider now. I used to I hate Rob Schneider, but now I'm like, hey, he's pretty cool. I like Rob Schneider now.
Yeah, that's the old adage they tell you, never meet your hero. Sometimes you wind up disappointed more often than not.
Well, there you go. That's the way it is. It is. Where's all the other comments? What was this? Subscribers only? We are actually we are simulcasting to 8 different locations, Corey. You're either on the Luke Stone Studio, the Belmont, or you're on the Creators Outlet. We are at telepathicbunnycomics.com. So yeah, if you want to come over to the rest of us, that's where. He thought he was alone because he was the only one on that particular channel. So it's pretty clever. Anyway, Eric Ninotowski. Oh, got a celebrity here, man. His stuff is awesome. You ever see Shadow Century?
I have to check it out.
Yeah, you need to. You need to. If you like anything 90s. Basically, I'll join the dark side. My childhood is destroyed. The bunny making the copies. Okay. Yeah. We're on the Telepathic Bunny Comics channel. Anyway, by the way, the campaign we are about to look at is nailed to the top of. So, since I don't have the hold on a second. You need to. Okay. All right. Anyway. Okay. I don't even know what that is. All right. But yeah, so it's pinned at the top. Okay. Well, I'll just roll over the Belmont chat. Yeah, you do that. You did that. You're first on Belmont's channel. There you go. you can anybody wants to be first and wants to feel like they're bigger, you can go to these other chats and be the only one there. It's perfectly fine. That's perfectly fine. I don't doesn't hurt my feelings one bit. Anyway, yeah, we're all organized around here. You have to overlook it. But yeah, so the Indiegogo for Cody Valiant is pinned to the top. So if you want to check it out with us, we are about to cut into it right quick. You want to share it? I'll let you drive. You got pulled up?
Let me see. I think I do. Let's see.
That was the first Infinity. Yeah, Shadowpunk was the first one here. Telepathic Bunny Comics. There you go. You gotta be prepared, man. You gotta be prepared. Come on.
And slow it goes.
Elbow cough. Okay. That must be an inside thing. Anyway, this Belmont channel has been the best chat today. Oh, okay. All right. Well, roll over your empty kingdom there, man. That's fine. He's getting a little megalomaniacal. I may have to boot him.
See.
I can pull it up. I got it pulled up right quick, but you won't be able to drive.
Okay. Wait, you pull it up.
I pull it up. All right. Okay. All right. You just have to trust me. All right. All right. Share a screen. Let me pull that right up right quick. Here we are. Okay, that was the wrong tab. It's actually the wrong tab. So yeah, look at me. I'm a genius. All right. I had it pulled up. All right, let me get the right one. There it is. The one that says Indiegogo on it. Ah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Let me share that right here. And we will. Okay. All right. So this is the Cody Valiant. Let me.
Yeah. This is Cody Valiant, the legendary outlaw hero, is a combination of two generations coming together of love of sci-fi, heroes, and the whole 9 yards. And this is book 6 so far in our universe that we're building. And we plan on doing a lot more just with Cody and all other titles that we got under 3B.
Right. Well, I can see a problem already. You're not allowed to create a white character. Yeah, that's not allowed. Anyway.
Yeah.
Kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It is what it is.
That's a white boy too. Anyway. All right. I'm going to play this trailer here so Shadowpunk doesn't, riot on me. All right. Let's bring this up. Here we go.
It's far superior to a lot of stuff that I've looked at.
This one goes further.
Like, trust me when I tell you, I live for stuff like this.
Cody Valiant is not like any book I've seen before.
This is next level stuff. I mean, I've seen some of this stuff. I don't remember art like this in a comic or anything along those lines. It's different. It's unusual, and I'm digging it quite a bit.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want that.
When is this going to be launched?
All right. That is Cody Valiant. Okay. Let me All right. Yep. That's that art style definitely is a unique one.
Yeah.
And he's only like 327. That's ridiculous that you're that low. You should be way more than that. Anyway, so let's welcome to the world of legendary outlaw hero Cody Valiant, who's Cody Valiant's first outing in the Stars Above, but the sixth book in the overall connected comic universe of Biff Bam Boom Comics. Cody Valiant Zero Issues, the ultimate sci-fi space western that you never knew you needed to read. This project's a love letter to all major sci-fi writers, artists, directors, and fans of the genre. Cody Valiant's a character that feels old but brand new at the same time. He's been just a fun character to write, and the energy behind him has been infectious from everyone who's seen his images or his animation short. Hopefully one day he'll take his place as part of pop culture and grow his own cult-like following. All right, this is the man himself.
Yep.
Seems rather unconcerned to have that many laser guns pointed at his head. So
that's Cody for himself. He's a no nonsense type of character. He's the super macho male character that
yeah
kind of missing in today's modern media, basically. And he's like I said, he is a love letter to like the sci-fi genre, and that's what I just hope to bring back with Cody as one of our flagship characters.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and play this one right here. This won't take long, I don't think. All right.
Yep.
What can I get for you? Here you go.
We're looking for the red-eyed Cody Valiant. We know he's in here.
I'm drinking here, Porky. Fuck off. I'll kill you guys some other time. You Onyx don't quit. Hey. I got your red aid right here. Hey there. They'll be covering my tabs.
Don't do that.
Not better at all. My turn.
The very end.
Yeah, that's definitely unique.
Yeah, it's a little all over the end.
Right. So you made that, right?
Yep, all me. It's like a little part at the end that most people don't get to see.
Okay. We'll keep going.
Put my own little Marvel thing.
What the hell is that? Go back to your own franchise.
Yeah, it was cool. Thing. I picked up the little Marvel thing, put a little end credit scene to the back of it.
Right.
It's a little cool thing. Like those who stick around all the way to the end, they see that little cool thing.
Right. That's pretty clever. It looks like he's using actual physical models. Does he?
Model.
Does he have people like doing modeling for him, or
he scoped and built all his models and like with the heads and stuff, lay them out, and then he paints on top of them, like build the bodies and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
That's just his thing, and then like like my incorporation to him, I was like, we gotta make the panels exaggerated, give the energy of it to him, make it just feel real special. And
Right.
that's the like the just the things that makes him feel more and more unique.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Interstellar looks like your gratuitous chick.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
Team
she's awesome.
Apex. What's that? She's
Yes,
awesome.
she's an awesome character. She
Mhm.
is like she was when we started her, she was just gonna be like the backup feature to Cody,
Yeah.
and we just ended up splitting her off into her own book and then laying her out. And like
Mhm.
with the two books, basically these two, Cody and Interstellar, are our first, like we call them red
Mhm.
label books. They are our first mature titles. Like it's more violence are regular titles,
Right.
or
Right.
which and all that stuff, and like possible nudity and things like that.
Yeah. Possible nudity.
Yeah,
Possible nudity. Okay. So this is I don't quite what's that?
that's
Youth mob?
that's like our like
Mhm.
X-Men, Teen Titans type of book. That's
Oh, okay.
new characters in the universe. Team
Right.
Apex is like our like Justice League, Avengers,
Mhm.
the older heroes, and then the Naturalized book is like our like New Gods type of book. Like it's
Ah,
sci-fi,
right.
mystical, all that things like that. And
All right.
that's just a cool little banner ad of our character Otto that's in the Youth Mob book. And
Mhm.
he's basically helping us promote Cody at the same time.
Ah, okay. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, and
This
that's some of the cool things like we want to do, like add cool
mhm.
old comic tropes and things like that, and put our own little modern spin to them.
Right. Right. Signed copy.
Yeah, you can pick up the signed
Digital.
copy, digital copy. The
Mhm.
difference is the digital copies are just the main story itself, and then the
Mhm.
physical copies we put like little extra things into it, like more like detailed things. Sometimes even a little
Mhm.
extra story or things like that. That's for the physical, and then digital is just the main story.
Okay. So you basically try to make the hard copy more
Yeah,
attractive, right?
exactly.
Okay. So this is your universal banner for your universe.
Yep.
Been a
And
busy guy, busy guy.
yeah, we knock out characters all the time. It's like a lot
Mhm.
of characters on that banner like haven't even been shown.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. There's a collector's box.
Yeah, and in the collector's boxes you can get all the books so far, all the books
Right.
that I saw earlier, and Cody, and a whole bunch of
Mhm.
like prints and other things like that. All them in the
Yeah.
collector's box.
Well, this is
And
cool.
that's the team so far. Me, my
Mhm.
dad standing up, and then our friend that's like sitting down. Alvin, he's the one that's like teaching me animation.
Oh, okay.
So that's the little different things. Like I'm working on comics with my dad, and then with
Mhm.
our friend, basically, he teaching me animation now.
Well, he's doing a good job. I mean, that's pretty advanced already.
Thank you.
Uh, as your evidently.
Yeah,
Yeah, check out this campaign, guys. There's a link. It's pinned. Um, let me. You can look at the tiers yourself. I mean, that's no big deal. Yeah. This is definitely unique. I
thank
have
you.
not seen anything. I've not seen anything like this yet. Okay. Let me go ahead. Let me get caught up here. Belmont. Evidently, he's wishing Belmont was over there. Because he's must be lonely. The chat here wants to know how many babes per page.
I'll say
Mhm.
it's a good amount.
Good amount. Good
It's
amount.
spoiled for you. It's a good amount.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
the one thing about Cody is
Mhm.
like the ladies love Cody, and you
Mhm.
get a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
whole
What you don't want to make somebody that's not going to have fun, right? You
yep.
know. There you go. There you go. All right. Do a search for rollerball. Tell me the style matches. Very cool stuff, Sean.
Thank you.
Yep. Yep. That trailer looks all right. That's Corey Barton. He likes to he never likes to go over top of anything. So that's actually him going, wow, anyway. So graphics seem all right. Yep, yeah. Like I said, super cool animation.
Thank you.
Shadowpunk, if you get appreciation from Shadowpunk, you're doing something because he like I said, he has a movie over there. So He worked on for a long time. He actually does 3D animation too.
Sweet.
Rollerball, that 80s movie. Yep, we know about it. Yep. That software did you use?
I'm using like software I'm using is iClone. Basically, it's like and a little bit of like Unreal and things like that. It's a video game engine that
Yeah, Unreal. Yeah, I've heard
yeah,
of it.
yeah, it's the video game engine basically that we use just make
Right.
stuff in.
Okay. It's like I don't know about the subscribers only. Seems kind of silly. I'm afraid some random person will pop in the chat and post comments. That is Belmont's channel. He is like subscriber only can comment because he wants to like force people to subscribe so they can comment, and you know, then he deliberately agitates them so they want to cuss him out so they'll subscribe. So there you go. That's okay. Anyway, he's pretty proactive for a pothead. All right. I like it to Stella. So you already have a fan. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go. There she is. There's the lady. All right. Yeah, I love it when I hold things up and I got a green screen and everything.
Yeah.
Like, there's missing panels everywhere. So,
yeah, like you pick up Interstellar. Like I really can't show you the inside of Interstellar because like she
may or may not be exposed. So
yeah, maybe not possible.
maybe or maybe not. You'll have to back it to find out. Yeah. So there you go. Very clever. It's definitely unique. Definitely I hadn't seen anything like that one. That is a good cover. Yep.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
he likes to pose. There you go. Yeah, the thing about it is what people seem to have forgotten these days is they just got to be fun.
Yes.
You just got to look fun. It's got to look like something that's going to take you somewhere and leave a smile on your face or do something to you that's going to alter your state in some way, shape, or form.
Exactly, and that's what like I stress like when I do different shows stuff like that's what's missing from modern entertainment. Fun is missing. Like anticipating the next cool thing and being actually excited for it and not like okay, here you go, they about to mess this up or stuff like that.
It's like if the hall monitor took over the pep rally.
Yeah, and it's missing the atmosphere, the energy of anything can happen. That happens under fun. Anything can happen under fun. That's what I stress like with all our titles that we work on is a love letter to everybody that came before us, and that's what we trying to capture, and it is just fun energy. And
I like this Sean guy. Seems awesome doing the Babe comics. I don't care about this T-Bunny though. That is perfectly fine, Corey. Just back the guy. That's all I care. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm an acquired taste, so that is totally okay, man. Anyway, one thing, there's a misnomer that I mean, I do want. I mean, don't want to seem like I'm bringing a racial element into this, but there's a misnomer that for some reason that they think that black people have to see black people before they can enjoy comics.
I know where you're going with that. Yeah, it's frustrating. Like I understand what they're trying to do, but the way that they're doing it, like you don't subtract from the other to add to the. You gotta put upon like that. It's places for that type of stuff, and then you don't do the whole addition by subtraction type of thing. You have to just create new things so fall in love with it. And that's what it is.
It really just limits imaginations.
You limit everything: imagination, creativity. The ones when you worry about I can't do this because this right here, like it's frustrating in that sense because that's what I love. Like I grew up on all these characters and things like that, and I've never like my favorite character is Nightwing. I always want to be Nightwing. I don't need Nightwing to look like me. Nightwing.
Well, I mean, that's your bag. Don't
Yeah.
be putting that shit on me. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, it's like they just assume that everybody is narrow minded and as race
Yeah.
obsessed as they are, and
It's
it's not the fact.
great.
It's not the fact. One of my favorite writers, he is my friend Aaron Jordan, and he writes some really incredible stuff. He's got something called Pendragon. It's going to put everybody's eyes out once that thing comes out. He's just doing art right now. Happens to be a black guy. You know, what does it matter? You know, he's talented. He's good at what he does. I don't give a crap. I mean,
Yeah.
it's funny. We have this clip. This group that I'm part of, Genesis Crew. We have a show called The Love Stream. It's a panel show with the guys come on,
Mhm.
and one of the first times that Aaron came on, and he came on camera, and he just happened to be black, and our resident pothead Belmont Press. We're about midway through the show, and then I just made the statement like. It's like, you know, it doesn't matter. It does, you know, the whole racial stuff is just stupid. It doesn't matter. You know, I don't care if Aaron's black or you know, it doesn't matter. And Nelson Belmont's like, wait, Aaron's black? I'm like, he's been on camera for most of the show, man. So I clipped it. It's in the telepathic bunny, library. But it's just like, you know, let's have fun with it, man. I mean, just
Yeah.
ridiculous.
It's,
It's ridiculous, man.
it is to that extent. It's like the medium that we work in is visual medium, so you want things to look like that so you can get immersed into the world. You want to
Right.
get lost
Right.
into the world that you're trying to build.
Well, I have two of my favorite characters that I've ever created are twin brothers. One's a bad guy, one's a good guy. They happen to be black, you know, that mixed race. Uh, one's named Blackjack and one's named White Noise, you know, and they're yin and yang, you know, two sides of the same coin. Two of the best creations I've ever made, and because when I created them, they just happened to be black when I created them.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
that's the organic, natural progression that you do when you make characters.
right?
To
I
feel
just figured out one of my main characters happens to be Hispanic. He just changed his name.
that's the thing. It has to feel organic and natural. That way, it it goes across correctly, and that you can't shoehorn things in that doesn't belong there. And
Right.
that's the thing with modern media that
Yeah.
a deep failing to understand is you can't shoehorn or force something into
Mm-mm.
to these
No.
areas, and the fan base has every right to be disappointed when
Right.
they don't get what they want.
Well, Shadowpunk has a character. His character, the mole, is black. He actually, when he did when he was like first doing the animations and stuff, he had him as a white guy. But
Mhm.
then as he went down, he realized, oh, this guy's from old Detroit. He'd have to be black. And but it's like as it came along, he's like as the character clarified, he realized, he's a black guy. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
like is ways like that. Like as a writer, and
yeah.
you feel it. Like
Mhm.
if you like in your mind, you think of a character like from like say like the South or something like that.
Yeah.
And you designing them, and then like okay, he's from
Mhm.
like Louisiana. Like what does he eat? What does he drink? Or something like this. Like
Right.
what am I trying to get from like that culture, that energy of that area, so it comes off sounding legit and feel.
Well, they're even trying to racially profile orcs
Yeah, and
and trolls and stuff. It's like, oh well, you know, it's like they're orcs. They're
yeah,
like a different race. I
that
mean,
was my frustration, like with Titans, and they did
yeah,
with Starfire, and I was like, okay,
right,
and
right,
you want her black, fine, but can she be orange?
right. There you
And
go. There you go.
can she be orange? Nope.
Well, it's
Can he be green? I was like,
ex-
oh,
right. There you go. There you go. The story elements click into place. You know it right away. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I call it focusing. You know, when you're focusing in on this character, and as you go, it's like you learn things about him. Like, I had this character, and I knew what his powers were, but I didn't know what his deal was. You know, And I knew he was like a jock, you know. I knew that much, that at one point he was like a hometown hero, and then he got discovered that he had powers. In my world, that's a bad thing. It's like a performance enhancing drug. You lose
Gotcha.
all the prestige, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, where would this guy wind up? And I was like, he'd wind up in his mama's basements, where he would wind up, you know. It's like, okay, that guy would be overweight, you know, wind up in his mama's basement because he had to jock build, and you know, those guys, once they get out of school, once they stop lifting weights, they tend to yeah, exactly. And so as I went, you know, and just like, okay, well, he's his father's disappointed in him. His father's not in the home. He lives with his mama, you know, and it's just like, it was clarifying his thing after thing. And then it just clicked out, you know, that, well, how did he discover he had powers? You know, because his power is that every impact he takes becomes physical strength.
Right.
It's like kinetics, you know. And I was like, so what would be the first time? I was like, well, if you're a hometown hero and you've been disgraced and your life is over, you would probably try to take your life at some point.
Yeah, and that's not what he like. It goes like against everything that he's been taught, he's been raised on. Like,
right,
he feels like a failure because he's not that overly jock character or anything like that anymore.
Exactly,
like
exactly.
Him is missing, and
well, you got that father insecurity too. On top of that, you know, trying to prove something to your father, and you can't prove it to your father. You know,
exactly, and that's the whole character development and building, because you're getting to know them and you fleshing them out, making sure that's what you really want for the character, and then doing the natural progression of the character.
Right. And part of that is so when somebody takes your character later on and decides to alter it for some reason. I keep seeing movies where there's a black or Asian character or somebody like that in the movie, and you could tell it was written for a white person.
Yeah.
And it's just like blatantly obvious that it was written. That person from their inception was not supposed to be that race, but they cast that race for later on.
Yeah,
and
that's the shoehorning part of
right.
Media is not natural progression or anything like that, or to understand the character properly. It's just
it's like the show called Unforgettable. Where the chick has the memory and she can like go back into her memory and see stuff. And then and like they it's like, I can't remember, it's like a season 2 or whatever. I watched it. It was a horrible written show. It was just one of those guilty pleasures or whatever. But they suddenly encounter this guy who's a tech nerd, and he's Asian, but he has a Brooklyn accent.
See, then
and I never could believe it. I never could believe that guy had a Brooklyn accent. He was a tech nerd.
That's the type of things. It's like it's not natural to the environment or sensory details that go with that type of character. And it's like that. It's just like that, and it's just terrible.
Well, that's a real good it's a real good subject. I'm glad that you're open to the discussion.
Yeah, I'm happy to talk about any of that type of stuff. I understand because I get frustrated with that too.
Right. Well, Aaron gets offended by it. He gets offended by it. He's like, what? You think we can't have our own characters? You think we can't be interesting or fascinating or powerful in our own right? That you got to like take something from them and give it to us? But you know, because it offends the heck out of him, man. It offends him so deeply. He's like, why don't you just make a black character? You know. If you wanted a black character, he's like, there's all these ones over here that you never use, you know, you never use them.
Yeah. Like my boy Static. Like they never use Static. Like Static is a fun character, and you can do that with Static, and they were like, okay, well, we can't do that with Static.
They brought him back, but then they took all the joy out of him.
Yeah, they took all the fun parts of him, his actual character development, what we know as Static, they took out of him, and he's just a shell of a character, like
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, the thing that made him interesting was the fact that he caused friction everywhere he went. You know, he's like, basically he's like this live wire, you know, and he couldn't keep his tongue in his mouth. You know, he just he's always causing like you know, it's like somebody static shocking everybody around him. You know, and that was the fun part about him is like he never could. You know, he tried to get along with everybody, but he just like he just stepped on his manners all the time, you know. And it was a fun character. He had he was a foible character, but he was heroic because he couldn't stay on the sidelines. He couldn't stay out of the fight. He had to put himself in there, no matter even if they hated him or not. He had to put himself in there.
Yeah, and that's the hallmark of a hero.
That's the hallmark of a hero. Yeah, and heroism goes across all races, all genders. You know, and that's what really annoys me is when you start like segregating people off. You start saying that this person can be this way and this person can be this way,
right?
But they can't be both can be that way.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, it's like I remember when Eminem first came in. You know, Eminem, you know, he comes in and he's just like, this guy can put words together. He can put words together like nobody has before or nobody has since, you know. And then people are like, well, he can't be a rapper.
Yeah,
he's doing it better. He's doing it at a level nobody else has ever done it. You know, yes, he can be a rapper if he wants to be a freaking rapper. You know?
Exactly. Why handicaps yourself and your creativity like that is
well, there was this band in the metal band in the mid '80s called In Living Color, and they came out with Cult of Personality. And people heard that song and they had no idea these guys were not white. I had no idea. And then when they saw them, it's like these were brothers. I mean, these were brothers, man. They were not like pretending to be white or anything, shape or form. And they were awesome live, awesome. And then people were like the people that were promoting them didn't want people to know they were black, you know, because they're like, oh, they're, you know, well, until people discover they're black, we're going to like hide them from view or whatever. And then after they became black, they really blew up because people were like, this is even cooler. I mean, we can, you know, this is even cooler, man. I mean, they had like Letter from a Landlord is one of their best songs. And listen to that song, and it's about being in the inner city. You know, you can take you can tear a building down, but you can't erase the memory. You know,
exactly.
And it's like they didn't shy away from any of that stuff, right?
Exactly.
But if you are like got it in your head that you can be this, but you can't be that, you're gonna miss somebody like that.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
It's like humanity, man. It's just humanity. Just
Right.
let it be where it's going to be. Hold on one sec. Shadowpunk says when the story elements click into place, you know it right away. Indie Wrestling Aces says, hell, peeps. The Shadowpunk says, I can rap. Shadowpunk's really white. Trust me, he's really, really white. He's a little white man. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about the segregation forcing people to subscribe over on Belmont. So I see one other like this on the stream. Could be someone that can't chat. Yeah, I don't know. You have to talk to Belmont, Corey. That's Belmont's thing. It's not mine. It's not mine. Coleman says I can rap. Okay, all right, man. Yep. Not saying at all. Not saying that that's eliminating anybody at all. Anyway, so do you got anything else you want to add before we go?
Not too much. Basically, this is a love letter to like what you love the comics with a new twist, new energy, new characters for you to fall in love with, and that's what me and my dad are trying to do. We're trying to bring back all the fun, cool comic tropes that you grew up with new traditional modern spins to it that. It is just fun.
I actually really love the painted style. That's one that I desperately wanted for my comic, but I never could find one. So I don't know. I might have to throw some work your dad's way because I love that painting style. I really do.
He would love to. He would love to.
All right. How dare you? My BFF is Eminem. He's actually Shadowpunk is from Detroit, so there you go. It's very possible. It's very possible. Although Belmont chat is still the best chat, the other Shadowpunky guy and the other guy is missing out. Yeah, well, yeah. He's trying to start a rival between the chats, but it's okay. It's all right. It all shows up on mine anyway. It doesn't matter. It's all right. Okay. So that has been Mr. Sean Fry of 3B Comics. That stands for Biff Bam Boom Comics. And it's drawn by his father. It's a multi generational outfit.
Yep.
And the link is right there pinned at the top. And it's also going to be in the description along with every other one of their links that I was given.
Yeah.
Including their website, Twitter, and their YouTube channel. They've got a YouTube channel. Check that out.
Yeah, on the YouTube channel, we plan on putting on more animations and things like that.
Yeah.
YouTube channel, so sub there too.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, Corey. I try to keep things at an hour so it's rewatchable. So as a lot of people won't watch anything that's rewatch anything that's over an hour. I'm personally that way. I see like 6 hours stream. I'm like, yeah, I'm checking out after 2, whatever. Anyway, but that has been Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics. Here was Sean from 3B. Where are you going to be next, Mr. Sean?
Any and everywhere.
Any and everywhere. He is available to shill on any channel that you may have. So just hit him up. He is on Twitter.
Yeah, just hit me a message on Twitter and just let me know where I need to be,
Right. And he'll be there. He'll be there with bells on, or whatever he chooses to wear. I don't know. Bells not really it's something that people wear, but it's a phrase. It's a phrase. Anyway, all right. That has been Cooper from Telepathic Bunny Comics. Thank you, Fluffy Chat, for showing up. But that's all we got for the evening, and y'all have a good night. Bye, everybody.